Well, here we are. We've had a delivery of plywood. As you can see, here it is. It's 60 sheets of 10mm ply, WBP glued, water and boil proof glued ply, pine ply, it's sold as pine, Kiefer in German, which if you translate it's pine, it's a little unclear, but the true translation of Kiefer is pine. So I'm going to call it pine ply, WBP, water and boil proof. Okay, this is for the hull. This is for the sides and the bottom of the hull and the deck planking. The bottom of the hull has 3 layers of this on it, so it'll be 30mm thick. The sides of the hull have 2 layers, so it'll be 20mm thick. 10mm is 3/8 of an inch, if you're wondering. Decks also have 2 layers, so 20mm thick. Good. Now, as I say, this is WBP pine. If you read up on forums on the internet, there are lots of varying opinions about plywood, and at some stage you have to make your choice. I've said already that I don't want to use tropical hardwood. I don't need to repeat that, so I won't. Sticking with locally grown woods, okay, good. Should we use a hardwood ply? Should we use a marine ply? Or is an exterior grade softwood ply okay? Those are the questions you've got to ask. I've answered it for myself. I'll give you my reasons if you like. I said tropical hardwood out of the question, but it could be a local hardwood, I guess. But then you've got the price factor. Marine ply, let's think about that for a moment. If you look around the web, there's a website, I believe it's called Plywood.com, and there I shall attempt to quote or paraphrase at least. It says that WBP gluing is the same gluing as marine ply. The only difference between marine ply and WBP exterior is that the WBP exterior can have voids, i.e. gaps in the plies. The glue is exactly the same. I've read a lot of different sources. I believe that to be true. So if we reckon WBP exterior is the same glue as marine ply, then the only difference is whether we've got any voids. And in an earlier video, I was getting very excited about the total lack of voids in this ply. I've got a few offcuts here. I've had a look around all the edges. Can you focus on that one, Hazel? Is that focusing okay? Yeah, good. Just run along there. We'll see what comes out. Okay, good. Just go back again. There's one edge. There's not a single void to be seen there. I just picked this at random. I haven't picked it specially. I look around all 4 edges. No voids at all to be seen. You'd see them. Offcuts. All the cut edges are voidless. No voids. No voids. No voids. So basically, if there are no voids and it's the same glue, where's the difference? It's the same as marine grade quality, isn't it? The only difference you could argue is that it's a different timber. Now, here's the point. If you look at the price of marine plywood, there are lots of arguments saying that you shouldn't be saving money on the hull and whatever the rest of the boats. I don't believe it. Look at the price of marine grade plywood. It's going to cost you in the region of €100 a sheet. These I've got for €9 a square metre, €27 a sheet. That is quite a difference, isn't it? Now, I'm going to cover the inside with a 2-ounce glass cloth, a 48 gram per square metre cloth. So you've got to factor that in. You could argue that with a marine hardwood ply, you wouldn't need to epoxy and cloth it. The cloth costs €4 a square metre. Bit of epoxy, maybe €1 a square metre. That's probably generous. So add €5 a square metre on one layer to that price, and you're still under, well, where are you? You're probably 10, 11, maybe €12 a square metre. I haven't done the maths, but it can't come far out, a square metre. So somewhere around €30 a sheet. Okay, 30, €36 a sheet. Compare that with about €100 a sheet for marine ply. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? No voids, same glue. I see I see no argument. So that's what I'm using. But let's just check it out. What I want to do now is I want to do a couple of tests. I've got these offcuts that I've picked here. It's supposed to be water and boil proof. I haven't tested it. We'll run some tests now and see what comes out. Okay, so the first test, it's supposed to be waterproof. I don't know if you can see water, but there's a bucket of water. There's a bit of plywood. Here we go. No, take a small one so that it fits in the bucket. There we go. So there we go. It actually wedges nicely in there. Oh, says he. There it is, in there. It's in there, it's partly submerged, it's partly sticking out, some's on the water line. We'll come back to that over time. We'll look at it every now and again and see what happens. It's supposed to be waterproof. We'll find out. Test number 2 is supposed to be boil proof. So as you've just seen, we've got water, we've got plywood, in it goes, it floats. Stick it on, let's boil it and see what happens. We'll come back to that after a bit of boiling. Test number 3, while we're here, bit of plywood, dishwasher, full of dirty stuff. Nice. There we go. We'll run the dishwasher and see what happens. Okay, well, it's just coming to the boil. The first bubbles are starting to rise. It is just coming to the boil. And if we have a look, we've got on this clock at the very least 6:23 in the evening. We'll boil it for, well, maybe a couple of hours or so, 2-3 hours maybe, if we can. See how it goes. Keep an eye on it. We'll check back every now and again, give you a full report. Well, here we are with the boiling test. Have a look at the time. Just coming up to the 30 minutes. We're a minute early, aren't we? But anyhow, let's have a quick look. After approximately 30 minutes, see if we can hook this out of here with something. There we go. There's a bit of plywood. Out it comes. Can we get it over here, Hazel? There we are. This is just boiling, not pressure wash cooking, not pressure washing, pressure cooking. Looks wet, obviously, but there's no sign of any delamination there. It's probably going to be hot, isn't it? Yeah. No sign of any delamination after 30 minutes of boiling. Good. Pop it back in. I'm going to put it back in. Oh, that way up, I think. Good. Stick the lid back on that. Good. And we'll come back, we'll look again in another 30 minutes, that's be the hour clearly. And then if it all looks good, we'll leave it then for another hour, I think, and then check it after 2 hours. Okay, let's wait and see what happens. Okay, so if we look at the clock, Hazel, it is 23 minutes past 7, that's 1 hour into our test. So we'll look. Over there, get our bit of plywood out of there. The water's taking a bit of colour, so some of the colours come out of the wood, obviously. No delamination to see, there's a bit of sort of fluff from the saw cut there. Oh, that's looking good. No sign of any delamination, is there? Good, I think we'll put it back in. So we'll put it back in now for another hour. Which will take us up to the 2 hours, obviously. Get the lid back on there to save energy. Good. And so far so good. 1 hour of boiling, no delamination. Let's have a look after 2. So we're back again. You see the time? Look, it is 24 minutes past 8. So it's now 2 hours and 1 minute, isn't it? Let's have a look. It's jolly hot. Oh, we've got some nice urine coloured water in there. Looks lovely, doesn't it? No sign of any delaminations there. Nor there. Nor there. All very nice. So we'll put it back in for 1 more hour. In it goes there. The water always stops boiling when I take the lid off, but it does boil again as soon as pretty soon after I put it back on. Good. So that's, what did we say, 2 hours, didn't we? 2 hours so far. We'll leave it for 1 more hour for the 3 hours and have another look. If nothing's happened in, we'll think it's passed the test, I think. Good. There we are. Well, here we are again. Have a look. It's now 3 hours into the test time, isn't it? This is our last observation. Getting there, see it boiling, Hazel? See, so it's been boiling that time. Let's have a look. I'm going to turn it off now as well. That's enough of this. Out it comes. Well, it's not flexible. I thought it would be more bendy, but it isn't. No sign of any delamination at all. Look at that. That's perfect still. Absolutely perfect. It's just taking a bit of a bend, as you can see, from the heat. Oh, it's jolly hot. But no, still absolutely perfect. I think it's passed the test, don't you? We'll call that passed. Behind Hazel now, the dishwasher's running with our test specimen in there. We'll see what that comes out like. And of course we've got the one soaking in the bucket. That will soak overnight. We'll have a look at that in the morning. And we'll, if all's well, we'll put it back in and soak it for longer. Well, we're back on the plywood pile. Got our test pieces around us. Start off here. This is the piece that was boiled for 3 hours. It's absorbed some water. You can see, compared to that one, you can see that the colour's a bit darker. You see it's a bit yellower. And but other than that, maybe first hints of checking happening, maybe. But lamination is still perfect. It's not coming apart. There's no delamination. Looks absolutely perfect. As I say, that was boiled for 3 hours. Looks fine. This one's been in the dishwasher once. It's a lot lighter colour. You can still feel a bit of dampness, but in the dishwasher, obviously, you've got a sort of steamy atmosphere and a bit of dishwasher soap there as well, some sort of caustic stuff, as you'd expect, or as I expect, at least. Absolutely no delamination. That piece looks pretty much perfect. Well, they both look perfect. But it looks good. This is the one that's been in the bucket. It's now 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so it's been in the bucket nearly 24 hours. I think we put it in about 5 o'clock yesterday. So, even yellower than the one that we boiled. Bit of raised grain there, that's interesting. It's raised a bit of grain. But, again, there's no sign of anything. No sign of anything coming apart there. All looks very good. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to put this one back in the bucket. We'll check it again after another day. Tomorrow afternoon we'll have another quick look. This one will go in the dishwasher again. We'll run it again today, and I think I'll leave it in for the week. And so in next week's video I'll just refer to this very quickly, see what happens to it after a week in the dishwasher, or a week of dishwasher washes. Good. The boiling one we're finished with. 3 hours I think is enough. These are our test pieces. Good. I think we'll cut there. Yeah, we'll cut there.
Riches in the sunset, stand there to see. Tell me where you're going so decisively. What's your destination? Tell me where you're bound. We can move together where adventures abound. Running free before the breeze. such as these.